All right, everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. Once again, we're going to get caught up on some Shonen Jump stuff this weekend. Sorry, I'm tripping over my tongue today. Apart from our usual Akane-Banashi chapters, we also got a new chapter of Kaiju, we got a new chapter of Spy Family, we got a new chapter of Rakugoverse also out this weekend after a little bit of a hiatus. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So really looking forward to getting around to some of this stuff. Especially Spy Family and Goku Rakugai, which have been on hiatus for quite a while now. Really excited to dive back into those. Apart from that, I'll get out at least one read-through today for Battle Angel Elite of the next volume. Once again, I'm going to kind of semi-apologize because, like I mentioned before, March, April tends to be kind of the hardest months for me mental health-wise, just with work stresses, past traumas, things like that. So again, during these months, video content might be a little bit spotty, please just bear with me. Like I said, it's just a tough month to get through some stuff, but hopefully I won't fall too far behind like I usually have. Like I said, a lot of good stuff coming your way this weekend. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get into it with Akane-Banashi, story 99, The Other Effect. The Rakugo supervision by Keiki Hayashiya, story by Yuki Suonaga, art by Takuma Samoe, translation by Stephen Paul, lettering by Snare On. I love the little Beatles homage with Akane doing like the walk, except like it's in the reverse where she's kind of like aging backwards as she's walking across the crosswalk. I really do like that kind of like regression going on there. We pick up where we left off last time with Akane continuing her performance of, "Hey Tanuki, looks like you can roll after all. There we go. Ah, you rolled me a 1. Very nice. Let's give it." And you see her just like casually tossing the dice up. And I was like, "One more go. 1. 1. 1 again. Look, I know I complimented you the first time, but that doesn't mean you should always give me a 1. It's like, "What's that? 1 is the easiest roll to make? Because all you have to do is..." It's like, "Lie on your back and stick out your belly? That's your belly button?" It's like, oh, you see just like raucous laughter. And you have, oh, so you use different parts of your body for the pips on the die. That's fascinating. What parts represent the other numbers? If the 1 is your belly button, then the 2 must be your eyes. It's like, bingo! You see the Tanuki does just like grinning at her with the eyes doing like the little rainbow arches. It's like, "Why are your eyes smiling?" And as Akane is watching the audience, she goes, "It's not just my imagination. Everyone in this hall is making eye contact with me." It's like, "I see. Well, both 2 and 3 require the pips to be in a diagonal line. Angle them a bit more and you'll be just fine, alright? You get what I mean? Now, I need to make this next part feel natural." It's like, "Oh yeah. And angle." And you see the Tanuki just kind of like jutting out its lip to try to like angle it out to the side. It's like, "Now, not your jaw, I'm talking about your head." And you see a rattle as you see like more raucous laughter. And Akane's like, "I got the exact reaction I'd hoped for right when I wanted it. Now more than ever, the crowd is hanging on my every word. This is unreal. What's going on?" Come on. Why are you doing this to me? Sorry, this is being weird right now. It's not loading properly. Sorry, give me a second here. One of those days. And she's just like smiling. Like, "This feels amazing." And you see Chocho in the background as he's watching the performance in the backstage. And you have him imagine like 2 people, like these 2 models being like, "Nice to meet you." He's like, "Uh-huh." It's like, people react differently to strangers than they do people they're familiar with. It's like, morning. Or sorry, it's heya. It's like the accumulation of nin results in increased trust. Build up enough of it and suddenly an indifferent audience becomes the home crowd. These people came to hear you. You don't have to tug on the reins. They want to follow you. He imagines this as like a horse, like a rider on a horse trying to like get the horse to go the way he wants. You have the bar for success is lower and easier to clear than ever, which means you can focus more deeply on the art itself. And then you have Akane thinking back to hey, is this Tanuki the same one from the Tanuki money story earlier? You know, he was going on about paying back a debt too, right? Kane's like, I'm not sure. In Rakugo, the same characters show up in different stories in different professions all the time. So you have Carpenter as in Carpenter's Inquiry, which is Yotaro and Yotaro. And you have a Shopkeeper is in the Golden Bamboo. Also, it's characters named Yotaro, so in the Carpenter's Inquiry, he shows up as the Carpenter, and then the Golden Bamboo shows up as the Shopkeeper. And Akane is like, they're parallel worlds! It's like, so it's a multiverse! It's like, but if it's the same character, then that means even totally separate stories are connected in Rakugo. And you have these seemingly distinct points. And you have the Tenjin symbol. It looks like the 5 on a die. If they were alive today, it's like they might have lived around here. And you have interconnect to form the heartbeat of a living, breathing world. God, that is just phenomenal artwork. And you see at the very end, like Akane is like imagining herself in like the Edo period with like all these people just like running around the town, going about their lives. You see like Tanuki also just like running through the street. It's really, really good. So I guess quick thoughts on the chapter. Again, I think I'm going to have to reread this arc or like the chapters all in like volume format before I think I can have like a more thorough read on exactly like how well Akane's whole like arc works, about like the lesson she's learning and like the character development stuff she's going through. Because again, it does feel a little bit disconnected, like what we're being told she needs to learn and like why. And then like what we see is like the affirmations that she's getting from her performances, where she's like, oh, if I've connected with the audience, that means I don't have to focus as much on their reactions. Then I can just focus more on like my performance and the story and stuff like that. So I think this arc more so I think than the others really requires a reread, I think, before I kind of like finalize my thoughts on it. Apart from that, again, the storytelling wise, this has been rock solid. I've kind of mentioned before, like one of the weak points of Akane-Banashi is the fact that Rakugo is such a visual medium, like a different kind of format than reading a manga is. It's visual oral performance, and there's so many different like senses that it kind of uses and capitalizes on for the performance. So just reading the story about the performance wouldn't be the same as watching a performance live in itself. But I feel like this chapter really kind of gets past that barrier very, very well with how it paces Akane's story, with the reactions, with the punchlines and everything. So I feel like it's done exceptionally well in this chapter, with like our reactions to the story and our laughter kind of like mimicking the audiences as well. So in that regard, I think this chapter just knocked it out of the park with how well it kind of really transplants Rakugo into a visual format like manga. So really, really exceptionally well done. So solid on that. Again, the artwork is phenomenal, especially the panel at the end. Again, when they do like the old kind of like art style drawing with like the sketches and everything, and they like implant Akane right in the middle of that, it just takes so much skill and so well done. So just rock solid chapter. Looking forward to where it goes from here. But yeah, phenomenal series. So yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning, if you like this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, especially during these months, it really, really does help me out a lot, and it really does mean a lot to me to see people enjoying these videos. Like I mentioned, there's going to be a lot of great content coming your way this weekend, so look forward to that. Until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.